Hey, I got a quick question for you. You, as a customer or a consumer, the last time you looked up a local business or a local service, did you use your computer? Did you use your laptop? Or did you use your smartphone? The reason I'm asking is because you, as a business owner, everything that you do online, all of your SEO, your Google business profile, if you do any Google ads, your actual website, everything needs to be optimized for mobile. And I'm going to explain to you exactly why that is. What up there, guys? Izzy here once again. Get Busy LLC, helping local businesses and contractors and home service business providers understand the internet, SEO, website design, and get them found online. In this video, I want to talk about mobile search and how you, as a business owner, should basically concentrate all of your efforts when you're building out your website to make sure that your website actually looks very, very good on mobile. And it's very, very, how do I say, intuitive, customer friendly, makes it easy for your customers to navigate your website when they're using their smartphone. And the reason that that is because these days, from what I've noticed over the years, back when I started back in 2017 and I started getting understanding more of this stuff in 2018, when I would take a look at people's Google business profiles and things like that, I used to notice that people would look up. The cool thing about Google is that it would actually show you the stats. It would actually show that it was maybe like 60% of the people would looking up businesses, local businesses, contractors, those types of things. They would use their desktop, they would use their laptops, they would use their computers, and they wouldn't use a smartphone as much. But as the years have gone by, I've noticed that it's completely changed, and more people are using their smartphone, their mobile phones to look up services. I always tell people, even grandmothers are out there using their smartphone these days. And my mother, 5 years ago, she hated the damn thing, but now she's on it. Even though she doesn't really like it all that much, she's on it and she's starting to understand how to use her smartphone, how to use her mobile phone to do things with it. And these days, when I look up people's analytics and things like that, I've noticed that it's about 70 to 75% of all these searches that people are looking for are done on a mobile phone. Even things like asphalt paving, paving contractors, and things like that. People look them up on their smartphone. So you, as the business owner, have to be aware of that and make sure that everything that you build online, everything that you can control, which is your website and your Google business profile, make sure you put on as much pictures as you possibly can, put a lot of descriptions on there, write some good information about all the services you provide. So when people are scrolling through it on mobile, they'll see all of your information. And on your website, make sure it's structured and designed, again, to give your customer a good experience, because I strongly believe that that's just all this Google stuff. That's all it's trying to do, is always trying to give the end user the best results possible, so people keep coming back and using Google, especially the mobile part of Google. So all of these algorithms, all this stuff online, all this backlinking, all this SEO crap, at the end of the day, all it's doing is trying to figure out what website, what listing gives the end user the best experience. So I'm going to share with you guys some examples of what I mean when making sure you do your stuff online. You optimize everything that you do should be optimized for mobile. So here I'm going to be doing a quick search for an asphalt paving contractor in Denver. And the very first thing you see, of course, is all the ads. Then you're going to see another sponsored ad on top of the Google business profiles. And this is what people look up when they're looking for a local service. Then you see the organic stuff down here below, and people just keep scanning. But most of the time, most people just gravitate to whatever shows up here. And sometimes people start looking at all those local services. Again, those are all the ads. You keep scrolling down and you see all these businesses. And we're so accustomed to scrolling now that you see all these businesses, you keep scrolling, you keep scrolling, you keep scrolling. And one of the things I believe that Google's looking for is that when you hook up a good website to this Google business profile, it's going to give you a lot better rankings, because again, you're trying to build a website, a good user experience for your customer. Again, the main thing is to look out for your customer, place yourself in your customer's shoes. So as we scroll down here, I'm going to look at some of the websites that aren't ranking at all and see why it's possible, why they ain't. And look at this website. It's terrible. It is so outdated. It's not optimized for a phone, especially old people are never going to see that wording. Let's take a look at another one down here that's not ranking very well. It's pretty clear there, but I don't see a contact button or anything like that. It's a bunch of words. just blocks of it. Just, I don't know, it doesn't look very appealing to, let's say, if I was looking for a paving contractor, it doesn't catch my attention as a customer. So now let's go over to, let's take a look at this one here. Local family asphalt business. This one looks kind of cool. The right team you can count on. It's a picture of their kid for some reason on there. Map listings, things like that. But let's go ahead and take a look at some of the top ranking ones and see maybe why they're ranking at the top. So let's take a look at some of these top ranking websites and see maybe why they're ranking at the top. So the very first one, this is Denver Paving and Asphalt Contractors. There you go. Clear as day. It's telling me that it's a Denver paving company, exactly what I'm looking for as a customer. So I'm scrolling through here. It looks good. I might give them a call. Let's see the second one, right? And you notice I'm not looking at any technical stuff, just a human side of things. Kicking Asphalt, trusted asphalt paving company, Colorado. There you go. That's telling me again that it's in the area where I'm looking for. Let's take a look at the third one. Let's click a look at this here. And Colorado Paving and Concrete, quick calls to action. Pretty clear to me exactly what this is. Asphalt paving company there where I'm actually looking for one. So when I design one of my websites, first of all, I use the template that I always use on all the websites that I create. And my whole objective, I always try to place myself in the customer's shoes. In this situation, asphalt paving contractor, I try to place myself as maybe somebody owns a property who's looking at their parking lot and it looks like hell, and they don't know a paving contractor in their area and thinking about hiring somebody who's got a super long driveway, has got some rural property. They're looking at their driveway. It looks like hell. Maybe a homeowners association. They're looking at all the roads in their neighborhoods and they know they need to hire somebody good for fixing up their roads. Again, I try to place myself in their shoes. I try to think like a human, not like SEO. I like to think about it as a human being. So I was just hired on by a paving company out there in Denver, Colorado, and I started all of their process, optimizing their Google business profile. I started to build out their website, and I'm structuring their website again to be found on Google and to look extremely good on a smartphone and answer all of the questions that customer might be asking. So let me show you guys. So as you see right here, let's take a look at the website. And the website immediately tells the customer asphalt paving in Denver and northern Colorado, right? So as you scroll through here, you're going to see the questions that the customers might be asking themselves. I'm quickly trying to remind them as to why they were online in the first place. And then I tell them that this company is the answer to their prayers, and this is why they are, all the answer to their problems. And they keep scrolling as they scroll down. And I explain to them all the services that this company offers, which is driveways, parking lots, road construction, seal coating, things like that, repairs, the striping. I tell the customers why this company is different. I tell them what to expect when they actually go out and reach out to this company so that they know what they're going to be talking to. I put in the reviews, basically social proof right there. You could load up more. They have a ton of Google reviews, so this is great for them too. Then I have the email form, and of course, I have the final call to action there, and of course, all their proof of where they're at, where they do service, and things like that. And as you scroll through here, you'll notice that everything's scrolled in sections because what do people do now these days? That's all they do is scroll. So when I design my websites, I design them to be in sections, scrollable sections. Let's take a look at some of the menus, other additional services they provide. Let's say go down to driveways and new driveway installation. New driveway installations in Denver done right. So let's scroll down here. So when somebody's looking for a new asphalt in Denver, this particular page will show up, or it will help push their listing profile to the top. They got other stuff like parking lot, let's say parking lot seal coating specifically, asphalt parking lot seal coating in Denver, right? So you scroll down here. And then if you notice, I always put the phone number in as many places as possible because they're on their mobile phone, right? So they're immediately going, once they get satisfied with what they see, I encourage them to tap on the call now button and reach out to these guys and basically create the lead. That is the entire point of all of this, right? Is to generate leads. So now do you guys see what I mean by designing websites, designing everything that you do is designed to make the customer happy with the experience that they have on your website and things like that. And I strongly believe this is one of the reasons all the websites that I built and structure rank so very, very well, especially when you connect them to the Google business profile. the Google Business Profile starts to get pushed towards the top as well. Because I theorize and I constantly tell people that I don't think Google even wants people to go to the websites. Some of them will, but I strongly believe that Google is trying to read the website for the end user. That's why when I build all these pages out for these local businesses, I try to hit, and as I continue to learn more and more about how this whole damn thing works, I try to build up more and more and more pages for even some of the most obscure things, like say for like an asphalt paving contractor. Like there's people out there that look specifically for parking lot repair, parking lot patchwork, right? As compared to some people typing in driveway seal coating or driveway overlays or driveway resurfacing, things like that. Or there's some people that just need a flat out brand new driveway. They have a dirt road and they want somebody completely come in and pave it. So I make a page for that. So when people are starting to look these services up, that business profile has a better chance of showing up on top and getting placed right in front of the customer who's looking for the services in that location. So I hope all of that makes sense. If you guys need help with any of that stuff, you guys want to learn how to do all this stuff for yourself, just go to the description below. I have a link there. I have a little school group that shows everybody how to do any of the stuff that I do here personally for business owners. And if this seems like too much and you want somebody else to do it for you, I can help you with that as well. Inside that little group, you can book a call with me. And of course, there's more to it than that. There's a whole thing that you need. You need that good website. You need a Google Business Profile set up correctly. You need to start getting reviews. And you also need to start getting some backlinks to prove to Google that you're one of the best businesses in that location. And I created a video that talks about what I think are the 3 best backlinks a business should be getting. Check out that video right here. And that's all I got for you guys today. Until next time.